Hi my friends, I'm Susanna and I welcome you to this month's Strong Bones Challenge, the Deadlift. We'll be learning to safely do this back strengthening workout, starting with how to hip hinge properly, and then we'll add some weight. And here's the thing, the real challenge of this month's challenge is that our community, all 20,000 of us, that we can do this and nobody gets injured. That's on you. I want you to take that seriously, work at your own level, go slowly, and get stronger progressively over time. So if that sounds good to you, give this video a thumbs up before you get started. Thank you. And we'll begin and learn how to do a hip hinge. So first what we'll do is a hip hinge. A hip hinge is like a squat, but different. Let's talk about the difference because it's really important, and you can practice both of them with weight and without weight. And so part of this month is to make certain you understand the differences. They're very functional. A squat is sitting. A squat, your purpose is to take your hips and your butt far back so that you would maybe actually sit on a chair and then stand up again. So that's a squat. The difference in a hip hinge is that instead of taking your butt back, you'll bring your upper body forward. And the similarity is we keep our spines straight, we don't round. That's the goal that we always have to safely do these movements. So the hip hinge is the movement that you'll be using in a deadlift. Let's do it together. With your feet hip width apart, think of folding at your hip crease. Bend your knees a little bit and allow the arms to be right in front of your body. And the upper body comes forward as you lean forward. You're folding forward safely because your back is not rounding. And you'll pause wherever your back would start to round. And that's it. That's your hip hinge. If you were literally going to be lifting something up off the floor, you could bend your knees more, keep your spine straight, and then lift whatever that is, right? So this is a functional movement, the hip hinge, and I suggest you practice that and get the feeling of the difference of your upper body coming forward in the hip hinge rather than your butt going back in a squat. Okay, now that we've got that down, let's add weight. You'll choose a weight that's appropriate for you based on your experience and based on what you have around the house. I will be doing it first with a 10-pound dumbbell. Notice when I pick up the dumbbell, I bend my knees, I grab a hold of this weight, and I hold it close to the body, shoulders back and down. Before I demonstrate this, I will offer for you that if you have no actual weights around your house, or if you're not at the gym, you might find something like a weighted jug full of water or sand or kitty litter or something, and that can function as your weight. So find something that will work as a weight for you. Okay, I'm going to go back to offering my first demonstration using a dumbbell. And the truth is, if it doesn't feel heavy, it isn't really the exercise. So don't be afraid to get weight. Just be really mindful of not going too far or too fast, too deep or too fast. And that's how we can get the benefit and avoid injury. So here's the thing. Bring your feet to about hip width apart. The arms are right in front of you. You'll start standing with your shoulders back and your chest lifted. And again, hinging at your hips. You'll bend your knees a little bit and then start to come forward with your upper body. Your arms and your weights slide straight down your body until you can go no further. So it's exactly the same as the hip hinge, but this time I've got this dead weight pulling me, which feels kind of good. Okay, I'm going to pause here, engage my abdominals, feel the soles of my feet push off to come up. And when I'm all the way up, I squeeze my butt, the glutes, and make certain that the shoulders are back. Chest is slightly lifted. Breastbone up. Okay, so let's do 8 of those. 1, squeeze. 2, 3, 4, spine stays straight. Squeeze your butt at the top. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And release. As always, we are super mindful when we put our weights down. Transitions is when we can move too quickly and possibly injure ourselves. Now I'm going to use the kettlebell. I'll be honest, I really like the kettlebell for this exercise, and I'm using my 20-pound kettlebell. You may have heard me mention, I also recommend purchasing, if you're going to make an investment, and you're new at this, possibly the 15-pound kettlebell to start rather than 20. But for this exercise, this 20 pounds feels like a really nice and safe, heavy, but not too heavy for me, weight. Are we ready? Squeeze your butt, shoulders back, chest is lifted, and then with the arms going straight down, the weight pulls your arms, and you hinge at your hips, upper body forward. And then you might even reach the floor and then pull up, or you might not. Squeeze at the top. So you have to decide. Maybe you only go this far, a little ways, hanging, so that your spine doesn't round, and then you come up. Squeeze at the top. Go all the way down or as far as is appropriate for you. Key here is to squeeze your glutes when you're at the top and keep moving slowly and mindfully, right in front of your body. Okay, let's do 4 more. And squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze at the top. How carefully can you release? So that's the challenge. You do you. If you're at the gym and you have bars, dumbbells you can lift, yay for you. If you're new and you're uncertain if this is safe for you, go really light. Don't worry. Just start where you're at. Thanks for joining me. I hope that was helpful to you. There will be other versions of the deadlift that will be offered to you by members of our community, our Strong Bones community. If you're not already a member of the Strong Bones Challenge Facebook group, there is a link below this video that you can click and request to join. We would love to have you. And if you're not yet a member of my Forever Yoga channel, you can subscribe. And lastly, if you enjoyed working out with me with weights, I have a video, Yoga with Weights, where we do these exact back strengthening exercises, the deadlift, we do weighted squats, and more. There's a link to that Yoga with Weights video somewhere. So thank you so much. I will see you on Facebook, and I hope in the next video. Namaste.